Hello everyone. Today I want to show you a gravity turbine which has got 16 lever arms, or a total of 16 weights. And the purpose of this presentation today is to explain to you a challenge which I'm currently facing. When you look at this gravity turbine, we have extended lever arm on the right hand side and dropping lever arms on the left hand side. So if we start the simulation, we would expect the wheel to rotate clockwise. And this is actually happening as per the expectation, without adding any external force. Just by the force of gravity, the wheel starts to spin clockwise. But the challenge I'm currently facing is that this wheel is able to lift a total of 7 lever arms. As you can see from here, even we can count, we have a dropping lever arm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have a total of 8 dropping lever arms, and on the right hand side we have also another 8 extended lever arms. So for us to have a complete rotation, we need to lift a total of 8 lever arms. But here we are only able to lift 7 lever arms. And then the funny part is then that the wheel, after lifting the 7 lever arms, it starts to spin counterclockwise. That is, it spins backwards. This is a challenge which I've tried to resolve by even undoing the joints to check what the problem is and redoing them, but so far I've not been able to understand why the wheel starts to spin backwards, even though the moment at that point it still appears that it's going to spin clockwise. So anyway, in engineering or in science, these challenges are expected, and it is only after you have solved these difficulty challenges that you can have your project working. Actually, when I think physically of a big wheel, big diameter wheel, which is very light and being driven by many lever arms with weights, when I imagine such a big wheel, I never see how such a wheel can ever work, because you will always having a very small weight here, which is being lifted by a very heavy wheel, which is driven by the lever arms. So I always see physically this wheel is supposed to work, but because the project would require considerable resources, which I do not have at the moment, I think it will take time before I can be able to probably resolve this challenge and get the wheel running, if ever it's going to work, which is I have a lot of optimism in this concept. But at the moment I'm facing this challenge. So I'll start the simulation, then we count the number of lever arms which are able to be lifted. So I have started the simulation to start turning very soon. Very soon the wheel has started spinning, and is spinning with good speed. So the first lever arm is lifted. The second lever arm is lifted. The third lever arm is lifted. The fourth lever arm is lifted. The seventh lever arm is lifted, and then it appears to slow down. and then now it starts spinning backwards. This is now the part where I completely don't understand what causes it to start spinning backwards, because at the moment it starts turning back, it's still favoring the clockwise rotation, but now it starts turning counterclockwise.